Pisces, what's good? I'm your wild and free high priest. My name's Armando. This is a message for the Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising Collective, attuned to the first week of November as we fast approach the full moon in Taurus. Ever so grateful to connect, ever so grateful for our energetic exchange. Once again, this is a Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising Collective message. Regardless of your natal placement, this may resonate with you. I strongly suggest that you take only what does resonate and leave the rest to the rest. Leave it behind. Pisces, this may be about you or them or everyone involved. If the message resonates, hit like. If you'd like to support me, hit like. If you'd like to support the growth of the channel, hit like. Thank you so much for being here. I ask our guides of the highest, most brilliant, divine white light protect me, you, and us as I channel and interpret for your Pisces divine. Okay. The truth can be cutting, and you know this. It can be direct. This is part of your nature, Pisces. So assume that authentic role within you, allow it to come out. Getting the Four of Wands, Venus in Aries, Venus currently in Libra. So even the most heartfelt, even the most twin flame of relationships in the last 2-3 years or whatever, where have they allowed you to see where you can put forth more attention to freedom? Okay, because now you are attuning to a new role. So regardless of where, if it's a work, career growth, job, or you're actually trying to manifest a relationship or attempting to commit to a relationship or come into anything like that, where have these previous relationships allowed you to see where you have not placed enough boundaries or placed the proper boundaries to limit you less, okay, to support you in this new growth spurt and to support your freedom within that realm, okay? Because really, truthfully, you see your magnetism, you see where you're being called to is meant for you to rise to the occasion. So you should feel like a leader no matter what. Whether you are a leader or whether you're an intern, it doesn't matter if whether you've been out of the game, out of the love game, if you're entering the dating or you're coming into new relationships, continue to cut out like you have, like that the last 2 years have taught you, where you were meant to cut it out before you got cut out, right? Applying those lessons. The Star of Divinity, so 7-pointed star, Venus in Libra is that cardinal aspect, and it will square with Jupiter in Cancer, which is another cardinal aspect. What is limiting you? What is impeding? What is the block to create fierce momentum, a freeing type of fire or inspiration and movement? Okay, so getting all of the Ace of Wands as well, the Four of Wands, King of Wands, and Queen of Wands. So regardless, you should feel very independent. You should feel like the leader. And this is not to say that you will feel this way the entire time, but it's more so like maybe this could be very harsh, but it could be like, see the red flag for what it is. Or sometimes in our colloquialisms and I don't know, like what I'm trying to say is like some cultures are like, if you don't have anything kind to say, don't say it, just keep it moving. But it is that sort of thing. Like, allow your action not to be reactive, allow your speech not to be reactive, allow it to be direct. Okay, Venus in Libra, squaring Jupiter in Cancer. Don't allow anything to limit you, especially others, because you're attracting so many people and likely they don't even know what the hell they want, and you're like, get the hell out of my way. Or at least that's the energy, because you do need to keep moving. And if someone isn't moving alongside with you, or even if someone from the past is like showing back up, right? It's like, okay, well, we got to keep moving, and this isn't about readdressing anything that happened. We're finished with that. We've readdressed it enough, and frankly, we're not here to ruffle those feathers or continue to spin that cycle, right? The cycle has finished. The wash is done. Okay. Finito. Fiend. Okay, it's a lucky time for you, a lucky break. Thank you so much. But Saturn appears as the crone. Okay, so the crone is back. Saturn retrograde Pisces is back to observe, to inquire. Even if they still reappear, even if that old flame still reappears, are you allowing that impurity to poison the well once again? Okay. So it's being very sharp, very clear about boundaries, keeping, hey, if you're a kind person, that's who you are, right, Pisces? Here's the star divinity 20 and then transmute 44. Very much on point. This is like giving me anima mundi. So perhaps you feel you've shed enough skin, you've healed, you're in a pause of your healing journey because you're ready to receive a lot of the gifts. But here are people still relying on you to assume the role of that karmic dealer and wheeler. And that's why I would rather suppose that your guides are intending for you to move on from reshuffling and recycling and rummaging and ruminating on the twin and the flames and that past partnership. The gate is flung open. Go, move, go. Are they gonna come with you? Who, we don't know. Like, this message isn't about whether they're doing that, right? Okay. So Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising Collective. First week of November, as we approach the full moon in Taurus. The situation that the Pisces Collective is facing this first week of November, the challenge they are facing, and the origin, the basis of the situation. Yeah, the anima mundi. So the only reason to disconnect from world unconsciousness, the feeling of being stricken with poverty, the feeling of being left out, turn empathy into, oh yeah, I was there, I was left out, so I'm doing my Pisces movement forward. Like, I was there, I got through it, I'm over here now. Like, so you feel that, so they may feel that, so okay, they feel that, right? Do you know what do you catch my drift there? Like, let them feel it. Don't work on their karma for them. Again, stay true to your authenticity. If you're a kind Pisces, so be it. If you're a strict, direct Pisces, then you are a strict, direct Pisces, okay? But your kindness shouldn't be what depletes you, what keeps you, okay? The seed. Can we get the situation, the challenge, and the origin for the Pisces collective the first week of November? 3 archetypes, please. Okay, the heart at the bottom of the deck. Stay on focus, Hunter. Number 9. Okay, that's Saturn asking you to move, to keep it going, as different as it may feel for you, to not let empathy and kindness be the driver of that wagon, that bus for you. This is one too many, but here's the cave. So you've been left out, and now you understand why there was that period of salvation, right? Because you had to recenter and refocus after a disappointment and turmoil and chaos, no longer attuning to any such vibration. So card 47, and then the mask and the warrior. You are fighting against the situation, being the fight against. The challenge could be that you do see them in turmoil, or you see others being pressured by their guides or pressured by their karmic understanding, or the level of understanding they are with their karmic fate and destiny, and you cannot butt in, you cannot interject, you are a teacher, you are the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands, you are the caretaker, you're the domestic caretaker, you're the person that comes in, you're the person that people seek, you're the person that people want as their teacher, as their leader, as their guide, as their spiritual leader, as their attunement to wealth, as their attunement to abundance. But now you have to step aside because you are attuning to a new focus, and that means the situation is based in you removing any of those old masks, okay, as you enter into this more authentic space of not necessarily fighting for, but realizing that you've healed from that struggle. And so you must allow others to feel stricken with poverty and stricken with disappointment and stricken with their fate. And where you once were, now maybe they have reached that point, and there's no rush. There's no rush for them because they have to do the work for themselves. You understand that it took a lot out of you, the warrior and the mask. So right now it really is about coming back to your light, your authenticity, picking up new roles. The mask is card 51 and the warrior is card 10. Okay. The divinity, this is the more faded quality than anything. It is definitely that agitation with the cardinal energy. What's in your way? Don't fight it. Just see it for what it is. Confront the fear of you actually, the fear that keeps you from confrontation, not confronting them, but confronting the block. Okay, then actually confront the block. Then attune to opposition, as in no longer struggling by keeping that same block in your energy. Now work to remove it simply by shifting perspective, shifting vibration, and then allowing action to take place. So we don't just shift vibration, we shift action to the actual course that you should be on, this freeing course, as direct and as freeing, as direct and cutting as it may be. It's the momentum, it's that whisking away by God. Some of you may not even really want to stop right now. It's like it's all the wands. It's like the the story of the wands, right? And you've made it through the story of the swords. And so now you come to the cups and the pentacles. Okay. Good for you, Pisces. This is great. What are you leaving behind this? What are you looking past? What are you leaving behind? What's at the top of your mind? And what are you looking forward to in this next first week of November? Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising Collective, 3 cards. Okay. Yes, see? Card number 8, Adjustment, Libra. Tis the season, right? You've made it through, so you're leaving the past in the past. You're not taking on anyone else's karma. You have come to an understanding, and I said this a few times this last week in a few of the readings, coming to understand the truth in karma and karmic truths, and sticking on par, on course, okay? Not dilly-dallying with like, oh, poor twin flame, like needs adjustment. No, like, no, I've needed adjustment, so I'm going this way, right? But the truth and understanding that you have completed an entire laundry list of what the effery. Okay, you've been dealt those hands, and now it's the lucky strike. Okay, at the top of your mind. Okay, at the top of your mind. I knew it. This is why I'm going off. Sun and Scorpio at the top of your mind is these relationships, these soulmates, the friendships, the past life origin points, your ancestors, what the hell why did these ancestors hand you this job? Because you're the one that's going to create that fated change, and it appears small. 2 of Pentacles. It's your responsibility, Pisces. You know this. It's not me telling you that this is your responsibility. It's if the message it confirms, or if it resonates initially, and if it confirms your karmic path, okay, and the dharmic path, the purpose becomes clear. The purpose is for you to come into this refined, balanced state of being, and to approach this with a more responsible, direct attitude, and to actually let all that muck and the guck and the shadow and the dark, okay, that like true energetic release, responsibility, okay, but also you're at the top of your mind is creating happy change. Once again, Jupiter in Capricorn, more a fresh start. Sun in Scorpio, a fresh start during this time, especially with relationships. So regarding whatever aspect you're working on, or many aspects as well. Good contracts, good contracts in romantic partnership, good contracts with family, or maybe you had to cut family out, or same thing with work. Yes, Prince of Wands. Really seeing yourself for who you truly are as an independent being, and how that's going to intertwine and integrate now, having done the work. Okay, what are you looking forward to? Yeah, the cups. You're looking forward to the cups. A brand new. Okay, this is more Scorpio energy. This is like love. I'm not talking about a Scorpio. Like, this is not about a Scorpio. This is about, you might be a Scorpio with Pisces placements or 12th house placements, but what we're talking about here is actually having that restart, refresh, regeneration of love. But again, you're looking forward to that, but the truth is what still keeps you, because we can't just assume that it's all Again, with the message of like it's all butterflies and sunshine and rainbow, because something is still going to creep in. It's still going to creep in as you try to continue to release and continue to move ahead. The farther and the further you go, whether proverbially or practically, actually in reality, the farther you get, the further you get, the more pull, the new levels, new devils type of thing, ringing divine masculine. It's bringing it into order, right? In your power and your strength, where does the Pisces stand in their power over the next week of November, the first week of November? Okay, so Seven of Swords flipped out in reverse for you, Moon in Aquarius. So it is about you knowing clearly that you received the message and that you're able to actually abide by, attune to the truthful message, because there's a lot of garbage around you. There's a lot of like, yes, the relationship is coming back and like they're meant to come back and they've done the work. That message is only meant for very few people, because usually what is happening is not that. Okay, like the Seven of Swords is like, out with the effery. You're done with that camp. Do you realize that is over? Okay. And then Four of Cups is your strength. It's actually you coming to realize that it is over, that shit's over. And now what's actually truthful is this Ace of Cups that you're looking forward to, you're looking ahead, and that being your centered focus. God says, your guides say, okay, the universe says, yes, that's the focus. How are we actually going to get there? It can't just be you sitting around and assuming that it's going to be in a special delivery, right? Like like you place the order online and then it gets delivered. Moon in Cancer, I love it. This could be a big change in the next 3 months, right? Or 2 months. And you're being given the tasks to actually perform. Now the fight becomes more like training, right? So you had to leave. You had to leave that stuff behind. You have to leave that Knight of Wands, that Sagittarius Scorpio behind, because that was what was keeping you in, whether it was the energy or in the wrong environment. You left that environment. You left those notions and ideas of truth behind, and now you seek actual truth, or you are going in the direction of real truth that is aligned with your emotional authenticity, okay, in the heart space. Now, whether they're following you or coming to you, it's like, allow them to do that, to perform in a way where they are also authentically coming to you. And for most of you, for most of us, is that really going to resonate? Actions speak louder than words, okay? And you may be too far away anyway for any such actions to actually speak loud enough for you to be like, what? You're back? Or it should have that quality of the quality should be like, what? Like, I'm not, like, Pisces is not available right now. Can we take a message? Okay. In your immediate environment, look, in your immediate environment is the Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter is this constriction before expansion. So again, the feeling of constriction should be leaving. It should be because you've worked on it. You're being relieved of it. And so now you're inspired to relinquish any such control of those old, that old struggle for this unwarranted, like inauthentic form of love or way of making money, that sort of thing, right? Allowing the time to have shown you that, wow, you've worked on it, you've worked to release and relinquish control issues and anything having to do with what depletes your the truth and love from you, were like pouring love into the wrong cups and then giving to people who are more interested in the celebration, the talk, the like spectacle. You've actually been asserted in that you've been doing true work, okay? And so that's where the timing now takes you. See it for what it is. See it for the reason that you had to get away or that you had to remove this. See that you were given a lot of information. You've been fed a lot of, whether through tarot readings or through just maybe it's just like a lot of, no, it'll work out. It did it ever? You had to create the change out of that. You had to see them for what it truly has always been, okay? And that you are that Ace of Cups yourself, and these folks or that person or that family has always been sort of like depleting you. Okay, and then the advice is the Emperor. We said that order, right? Order in the Pisces core, the Emperor, Aries, and Scorpio here. So the advice is to bring that order to within yourself, okay? Getting like four, like a square, but also, okay, the wheel in the square, like trying to fit that saying, like fit a peg into a square hole. I don't even know. The advice is to no longer try to do that. The advice is to get organized. And then the outcome. Holy wow. Okay, Prince of Swords, Aquarius, and the Chariot. Yeah. Being very clear about which relationships are actually working for you, okay? Being very clear that you're moving ahead. So can they really stop you? Okay, if they show back up, are they really going to stop you? Will you allow them to stop you? Will you allow them to throw you off balance? Will you allow these relationships or that relationship, that person, to throw you off balance? That's why it's like the table has 4 legs. Okay, here's that Saturnian crone aspect coming back in to check in. Hey, Pisces, do you see that? Do you see the brand new? Okay, do you see the momentum that you've garnered that is moving you ahead and forward to this release, this mental like landing anew, okay, in truth and mental clarity, okay, no longer being like, okay, but also this is like you putting all of that, like everything that that Queen of Wands, King of Wands, 4 Wands vibration has taught you, and then putting it to like mental power and mental agility, being very intelligent, emotional intelligence, right? And being very clear about your boundaries, okay? Being very clear that the boundaries are meant to move you forward towards what you truly want, whether it's that new role whether it's financial freedom, abundance, or love, true love, actual love, a good relationship, okay? Aquarius and the fixed signs. We do have a lot of the fixed signs here: Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo. And then we have that frustrative, agitative, keeping the goal in mind, and then no longer seeing it in just like, okay, this is meant for me and that's not meant for me. No, continue to go for what's actually truly meant for you. Continue to work towards that. Continue to go towards that. Because you're trying to like get to it, is the way I see it. Okay. Wow, we're going on. Can we get clarity? Why the Emperor as the advice? Okay. Why the Emperor as the advice for the first week of November for the Pisces Sun and Rising Collective? I knew it. The sensation of this Five of Pentacles, like you've worked too hard to come back to it. You've worked too hard to fight and struggle for that. You already know where that struggle led you. Four of Swords, Jupiter in Libra. You no longer want to be constricted by that old fight. The familiar fight is no longer, is so far removed from it that it is no longer familiar. Okay. And as you continue to work on yourself, Five of Pentacles, this is that moon in Taurus. You've done this, you've been hurt enough, okay, that you no longer abide by that truth anymore. It's no longer truth within you. Eight of Pentacles. You realize this over the eclipse season, over the last 2 months. You've realized all this. You've left it behind. If it shows back up, you're no longer entertaining it. You may be, actually, they may see you as like, oh, they're not even willing to participate anymore. No, Four of Swords, you're no longer participating in this BS. Five of Pentacles, Moon in Taurus, Five of Swords, Venus in Aquarius, okay? Because Jupiter is like that. There's nothing there that left you hurt, okay, in pain. You needed to put that to rest. You needed to actually get rest. Boom, working on it little by little as you should. Okay, not burning out, but creating that magical release and then the magical momentum. Okay, magical momentum. You maybe even had to move on, leave it behind, leave a lot of it behind. And Saturn is here to ask you. Okay, the crone is here to ask you, have you left it? Are you sure you're leaving it behind? And you're like, yes. Okay, the Chariot and the Prince of Swords. Like, you know, someone has to say the truth. You know that they have to align with your truth, okay? Do they believe what you believe? Is the real question. Yeah, Queen of Cups. It seems like they're at a loss, okay? The Prince of Swords and the Chariot, why is that the outcome? You have that decision still to make, okay? Listen to your intuition, because you're a whole brand new Pisces, okay? The level up, the role upgrade. Yeah, the World card. Here's that Saturnian. Make sure you're deciding to end that and to undo yourself from all the unconscious like the unconscious advice based in unconsciousness. Okay, Seven of Swords. That's not what you rely on. Here you go. After separation, you see your ships coming in. Okay, Three of Swords, Sun in Aries. And then the Queen of Cups, that Cancer vibration. Okay, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. That's you coming to truthfully understand how you're going to create this contentment and happiness now that you've left that shit behind. Okay, Pisces, you got this. We end this reading. Thank you. Hit like if it resonates. Stick around, subscribe. Leave me a comment. Keep it real, Pisces. I'll be back with more. Happy full moon in Taurus. Happy November. Happy first week of November. Ciao.